This is Paranormal Short Session 7 by Keith Evans at the old Steam Engine 11 in Port St. Joe, Florida. Today is Thursday, the 13th of October, 2022. Today I'm going to be using my Ovilus 5 True and False. I've never used that mode here. I don't use it too often. And I'd like to thank everyone who watches my YouTube channel called Paranormal Short Sessions by Keith Evans. Thank you. Alright, today I'd like to ask for a number. And that number is how many ghosts and spirits that are here today lived in Port St. Joe and sometime in their life, even if it was called something else 400 or 500 years ago. How many people lived in this area that are now ghosts and spirits that are here with me today? Oh, it's true and false only. All right, to make this true and false, I'm going to guess 100. Let me know if I'm true or false. Well, it's green for true. 100's true. All right. How many people that are with me? Well, can't do that either. Did you enjoy working for the St. Joe Lumber and Export Company? Start it over. Yep, true. Okay. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed working for the lumber company. True or false? Am I a good paranormal investigator? Or paranormal communicator, whatever you prefer? Maybe they don't want to answer that one. Or they don't know me well enough to answer the question, true or false. Do you know me well enough to answer questions about me, true or false? True. All right. Is my favorite color red? That's not true. Sorry. I caught you there. Yeah, true. I caught you. I did not even ask a question. You're saying true. Only that's one bad thing about this. If you have a ghost or spirit that just keeps chiming in green, which is true, then you're really not getting effective communication. Maybe it could be the 100 ghosts or spirits asking past questions, which excuse me, could be. You know, I would have to get 100 greens for each of the following questions, so all right, I just want one spokesperson to answer for the ghosts and spirits. If it takes you a little while to find something else collectively about what the other 99 are thinking or feeling. Well, if it keeps blinking green and I'm not even asking a question, yeah, I guess I'll go back to the ABC function. All right. No more true and false. Hat strong. Well, I guess my hat does need a bath. Today was that day it was supposed to happen, but I had some other things to do out of town, so maybe later on today or tomorrow at least. How's that sound? Ghost of spirits about right about that. Excuse me. These fall allergies are a pain. Hat strong. I'm sure my hat does smell strong. I'm out here sweating in the sun most of the time. I'm in the shade right now and it feels pretty good, I must say. All right. How many men did it take to operate this train properly while it was going from town to town? And I'm talking about just the steam engine and the lumber or coal bin. Myself. One man could do that? Wow. That's cool. What about if you were operating a full train that was carrying, I don't know whether they had combination passenger trains and commercial cargo or whether they were separated. How many men would it take to, say, operate a commercial cargo only type train? Do you know? No response. They may not know. How many people would it take to operate a passenger train? If you don't know, you don't have to guess. Let's look at the different aspects of the train. A braking system down here. And apparently about a year ago, the wheels were white. This hand railing on the side was white, so I was wrong. I thought that was something new. You can see where this corner must have filled up with water and rusted out. So it's been patched with metal, welded on. See the welding bead there. Might be able to zero in to show you the welding bead on that. There we go. You see where it was patched and welded on. That's cars going by, so that's definitely not paranormal. Alright, zoom back out. And I'm gonna go up here and take a look at the four wheels here. So you can say 4 wheels per each train car. I think I'm getting some words on the Ovilus. Let me take a look. Remote shot easy. Remote is Remote, and shot is SHOT. Easy is EASY. Well, I guess I could say it's a remote type shoot easy camera. You're taking shots and it stores it into a digital photo. You don't have to go get it developed like you did back up until like the 1980s and 90s. So, is that what you're talking about? Matter. So that matters. Yeah, I like this way much better. I hated to have to take the roll of film to the you know, most pharmacies did it and would send it away, and you get it back in a week or so, and then sometimes some of the pictures didn't develop really good. I remember I had taken some pictures back around, I don't know, 2003, 2004 with my old camera that had to have the film developed, and I forgot about it for years. And when I went to get the film developed, it was bad. I had waited too long, and they said it could not be developed. So, anyway, I like this type of video and footage where you have it right away. So the old engines actually had 2 wheels in the back, 2 wheels in the front, and 6 in the middle. So that would be 10 wheels altogether. I'll show you the 2 wheels in the front. There's 2 there. We got 6 there, 3 on each side, and 2 there, 1 on each side. So altogether 18 wheels, counting the cold car or the wooden car, whatever they utilize to keep their bowler hot. Matter was spelled M-A-T-T-E-R, Nor, N-O-R. I'm not sure what they're talking about when they say Nor, but out of the 100 people that are here with me today, I don't know what you prefer to be called now that you passed, but how many of those people actually worked for the railroad in some capacity sometime during their life? Well, doesn't it actually have to be the St. Joe Lumber and Export Company, but you know, any railroad that you may have worked for? Give me a digital number or a word number. Might take them some time to talk amongst themselves on that one, because I'm sure not every ghost and spirit knows what the other ghost and spirit did. But if you look at this old train track, the old wooden plaques, I'd ask someone if these were put here for the train to be stored on. And one person has said yes, and then another person has said no, that was part of the train track that was here, and apparently it was a off line that was for old train cars and stuff like that, and that it was left here when the train was no longer being used, and apparently the train was left here too. Now, I don't know if that's true. If anyone knows the truth about that, please let me know. Leave a comment on my, well, I don't know if you can use I think you can leave a comment on YouTube. Yeah, you should be able to leave a comment while you're watching my YouTube channel. If you're not watching my YouTube channel, then you won't be able to leave a comment. But if you're watching it, you can leave a comment on YouTube. So let me know if I'm wrong or right about that assumption. Or memory that I think someone actually told me both ways, but one or the other's got to be right. See that there has it looks like 3 3/4 times 7. I'll zero in on it. See? 3 3/4 times 7. And I think it has something to do with the brake pad, because that pad is what apparently pushes it against the wheel here and here. And then brake pad there. And then one over here. No, if this one has any type of... That one doesn't have any type of number on it. It just has... Looks like it has... Seminata? I don't know if that's a brake pad company or not. That one has Seminata on it too. Patent Seminatin. So that one might be older there with the measurements on it. And this one looks like it says Seminatin. Well, looks like it says GY. That's not an S, that's G. GYMIN. Looks like a OTON. Jimington. Huh, does anyone know where Jimington is? It's probably either the company or the place where these, says patent. So maybe the patent was given to the last name Jimington. Anyone knows about that for these brake pads or braking system? Please leave me a comment as you do the watch the video. Let me see. Let me bring this back out and see what we got. Any more words? Last three were easy. EASY. Matter. MATTER. And NOR. NOR. Well, we want to check out the sky while nothing's going on. I can show you that in the west part of the sky, I could see the moon while traveling west from about 10:30 Central Time. So then I lost track of it. So I must have rose late last night to be in that area of the sky. Oh, we got blue sky with scattered thin clouds. Right. I'll ask another question. How many people here celebrate Halloween? I'm a paranormal person. I like to consider myself a paranormal researcher. Even when I'm doing paranormal investigations, I think sometimes investigations put the ghosts of spirits, at an uneasy position. So I like to just say I'm researching, even though it's not book research or history research. It's actually out there talking to the ghosts of spirits. So, but I would like to try to figure out, how many people who passed away when they're here in the earth rim instead of heaven or wherever else they might go and travel. Do they celebrate Halloween? I've never been one to really celebrate that much. As a kid, I thought it was kind of corny and cavemanish to dress up like a monster or a dead person. But I love the candy. I love that part of Halloween. Don't get me wrong, I did a lot of walking. Before I got into the Army, that's probably the longest I ever walked was for Halloween candy. Evening? Well, good evening to you. And yes, trick-or-treating always took place in the evening. When I was little, it took place usually after sun went down. And you went to the houses that had the lights on because they had candy. If a house didn't have lights on, then you didn't go there for trick-or-treating. So I don't know what the rules and regulations are today. I guess the last time I went trick-or-treating was maybe 1972. So it's been quite a while. Hey, if you're watching this video, definitely leave me a comment about the last year you went trick-or-treating. I'm sure there's probably people older than me that the last year of trick-or-treating was probably far earlier than mine, and if your last year that you went trick-or-treating was last year, then put that down. So are there any individuals here that would like to ask me a question? I'm full of answers, so ask away. I never have found anyone that knows what that pipe type mechanism up there is. I thought it might be some type of shovel or some type of pump to pump out the water if it rains too much, since I'm sure they didn't have a cover for it. At least I don't think there's a cover for it. I can see blue sky through that hole there. I don't know, they may have a cover for it, but let me go up and get the blue sky through that hole so you can see what I'm seeing. Yeah, there you go. There's the blue sky through the hole. That's the hole. That's part of that mechanism. Let me shift this way a little bit for some more blue sky. And picking up a lot of white clouds, as white as the pole beside it. Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at the Ovilus, and After evening, I don't have anything else. Maybe the ghosts and spirits were telling me to have a good evening because they were leaving. Which I understand. I guess at times I'm not all that interesting. Does anyone here remember the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad? They were pretty popular back in the, I think from 1850s up until 1980, I think. 1980s, they sold off to another company called the Chessie System, and then after that, somebody else bought them out. I don't remember. CSX or whatever bought out the Chessie System. So, does anyone remember that? That's here today. All right, tell me anything you remember about the railroad when you were alive. Nothing? Man, I feel like I'm getting blackballed today by the ghosts and spirits. I bet you when this train was running, I bet you there was a minor league team here in town. Because I think back around World War II, they had the paper company and the oil company, Gulf Oil, or was it called Standard Oil back then? I think they sponsored local semi-pro baseball teams in the area. I was reading in one of the old newspapers. I'm pretty sure Port St. Joe had a team. I know Apalachicola did. And I think even Carabel, a little town further east from here, had a team. And I think there was one team in Panama City. And there were 5 or 6 teams that played each other. And it gave like a local team for the locals to root for. Does anyone remember that? Now, the baseball diamond they played at's probably no longer in existence. Because the one that the school uses, I don't think is that old. Does anyone know? Well, I'm getting very good participation today. Are there any people here that were involved in World War II? Anyone here that served in the military when they were alive? These are usually questions that get a response no matter where you're at. Well, I like to thank all the ghost spirits that did participate today. Maybe they're here and they just ran out of energy. And I'd like to thank everyone who watches my YouTube channel, Paranormal Short Sessions by Keith Evans. And this has been Paranormal Short Session 7 by Keith Evans at the old Steam Engine 11 in Port St. Joe, Florida. And today is Thursday, the 13th of October, 2022. Thank you and have a good day.